The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Muy buenas a todos, estamos aquí en un nuevo vídeo y espero que les guste el nuevo juego que le acabo de traer. Vamos a jugar Dragon Age. Me he informado un poquito sobre el juego y por lo que tengo entendido es un juego que vamos a tomar decisiones y nos van a repercutir en los finales. Tiene muchos finales, pero bueno, vamos a crearnos un humano. Me interesa mucho las clases para ver. Tenemos guerrero, tenemos mago y tenemos pícaro. Esto no lo puedo escoger, o sea, dependiendo. Me interesa mucho jugar como guerrero. Vamos a crearnos un guerrero. La riqueza y el poder. Soy un noble humano, o sea, somos alguien de la realeza. Vamos a creárnoslo. Entonces, como sé que voy a tardar mucho aquí, voy a cortar el video y ya cuando tengamos el resultado final lo vemos. Ok, ya terminamos.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we
can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No, no. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought all legions, not monsters.
Tiene una cara que no va a traicionar.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Oh, no me habéis traído por alguna razón. Lo mismo digo, Arhold. Está tu familia aquí, Arhold, entonces no partís hasta mañana. Ok, aquí es donde tomamos las decisiones. Y dependiendo de nuestra forma de responder, se hacen cosas. Entonces, vamos a poner la 2.
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
¿Con qué fin? Me encantaría. Él es bastante más joven que yo. No me interesa un matrimonio concertado. O sea, ya por esto vemos que la niña...
As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, make her bless his heart.
Temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
¿Estás seguro? ¿Y qué responsabilidades acarrea el puesto? Lo haré lo mejor que pueda, padre. Como que no puedo ir a la guerra con Fergus y contigo. Realmente... Vamos a ser un noble. Y nos callamos ante los ojos de nuestro padre. No quiero ser un rebelde.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Duncan. Acá, ese pingazo en el pecho, pero es loco. Ajá.
It is an
Deja que
honor
vimos
to
en
be
el
a guest
cinemática.
within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Cállate.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a
Tranquilo,
disadvantage.
tú te pones en desventaja solita. No sé
We
cómo
rarely
tiene
have the
un
pleasure of
aire de que
seeing
ese
one in
tipo nos va a
person,
traicionar
that's
o nos va a
true.
hacer algo malo. No sé.
Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Rara vez tenemos el placer de una vez de ello en persona. Es cierto, jovencito, el hermano de Adolf te ha enseñado quiénes son los puertas grises. Es una
They are
horda
the
de grandes
heroes of
guerreros.
legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that
Uy.
might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Pero creo que me gusta la idea, padre. ¿Habría alguna razón por la que no me uniera a ellos? Me gusta la idea porque
I've not
son
so
pingues
many
guerreros.
children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Okay,
In
por
the
supuesto.
meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
¿Dónde está Fergus? Está tratando de liberarte de mí. Pero yo preferiría quedarme aquí a hablar con Don.
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Ok, guardamos y comenzamos a movernos. Uy. Uy, tengo que acostumbrar un poquito a la cámara. Duncan.
Good evening, my lord.
Abrimos acá. Vamos a investigar un ratico. ¿Qué hay aquí?
Oh, my lord, we were just,
Tomamos un descanso.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Voy a ser un rey. O sea, como yo creo que soy un noble, algo cerca de un rey, no sé. Vamos a hablar. No diré nada.
We appreciate that, my lord. Thank you.
Ah, que se te sirvan unas copitas, no hay problema.
Thank you for your lenience, my lord.
Ok, ¿y tú qué me vas a decir? Está bien, ya tú y yo hablamos. ¿Hay algo aquí que yo pueda robar? Saquear, no sé.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Yo también te saludo, o sea, me llegó así de una, o sea, me tiene que
Pardon my
saludar.
manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
El perro ha vuelto a meterse en la despensa. Fue mi niñera antes de que cocinera, no se marchará. Nada, solo está desahogándose, siempre ha sido así. ¿Y por qué ha venido a buscarme? A algo. Vamos a poner la 3.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
Este es mi bro, mi amigo de toda la vida. Perro estúpido, siempre portándose mal. Mi perro nunca mordería, en este momento estoy ocupado. Vamos a ir por el perro.
That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite
Okay.
lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
A la cocina, primero tengo que hablar con mi hermano. Necesito que me ande siguiendo a todas partes. Ok, vamos a la
Just follow the
cocina.
yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Ay, Dios mío. Ok, creo que es por acá. Ok, sí, ahí.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Ahí, verga, pero tampoco
Calm
así.
down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Quería hacer mejor la despensa, quise hacer mejor sacrificarte a ti, no. Siento que te esté
Just get him
molestando,
gone.
¿no?
I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Ok, vamos a revisar. Ok, tutorial de inventario, te puedes equiparte de no sé qué tal, ok. Para equiparte el nuevo objeto tendrás que abrir la pantalla del inventario. Aquí en el icono de pulsando L, pulsando L, pulsando... Ok, ya pulsé. Ah, mira aquí. Ok, revisamos. Ah, mira, ve, se quita el café. Ahí está mi perro.
Oh, look at that mess.
Mira que
How
le
did he
está
even
frío,
get in
se ha
here?
metido ahí. Ya basta, malo, ¿me oye? Qué chico más listo, sí, muy listo, siéntate, no piensas tolerar esto. ¿Estás intentando decirme algo, chico? Ah, creo que sí me estás intentando decir algo.
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Oír que el nombre de mi perro, vamos a poner el nombre de mi perro real, llamado Navi.
These creatures have no
A la
true
verga.
reason to fight us, as you say.
Pelear. Vamos por acá. Por acá.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Ah, viste, ah, Navi, bien bonito. Así es que mi propio perro me ha puesto en peligro. Genial. Puede que solo fuera una coincidencia. Eso parece. Eran ratas realmente. Eso parece.
Those were
Sí.
rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Jarl's men.
Cuídate, mi rey. Estamos hablando. Ok, vamos a revisar la defensa. Raíz élfica. Nos la llevamos. Y por acá había otra cosa que brilla. Vamos aquí. Raíz élfica. Ok. No sé para qué sirven, pero para algo nos ayuda. Ahora hablemos con mi nana.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
¿Será que hacemos lo caso de lo que dijo el amigo de nosotros? De no decirle lo sobre la rata. Vamos a decirle lo de la rata para que no me
What?
maltrate.
Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
Sí, la rata está muerta. La verdad es que está todo hecho un desastre. Mi fiel sabueso de guerra se ha asegurado de que no hubiera peligro.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin
Ah,
with.
vete para la mierda.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
Ay.
Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog.
Chucho. Ah, viste,
Thank
viste,
you,
si
my
lo quiere, vale.
Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Ok. Mira, aquí hay gente. Aquí hay peña. Vamos a ver quiénes son.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Hola last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Sí, madre, nada, ya ha vuelto a trabajo tal como quería.
You've always
Me
had
da
a
nadie
way
leerlo.
with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Hay que hablar con educación.
You're too kind, dear boy. Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Sí, sí, sí lo hizo.
Right in front of your family, too.
De paso.
You remember my son, Dyron? I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
Lo mismo digo. Te excedes en tus modestias. Luchaste muy bien. Hay
And
que
this
ser
is my lady in waiting,
súper educado.
Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great
Hola.
honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Ah, pues mijo.
Lady Landra.
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Vas a hacer que la chica se ponga como se... Ah, esa pillín. Puedo irme ya. Eres consciente de que estamos en guerra. Tal vez podamos hablar en otro momento. Ah, mira, mira, vamos a tener una
As
puti.
it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
Buenas tardes.
You should
Mama?
say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Tienes razón de
I
vuelta.
love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you? Indeed.
Ya no soy ningún
I
niño,
turned
mamá.
around, and here you are. A fine man in your own right. But
Gracias,
that doesn't
madre.
mean I have to like it. Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Gracias, mamá. Cuídate por ahí. Brother. Aquí está mi brother.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Ah, coñada.
Don't
tranquila.
frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Vamos así.
He is as
Mi
mortal
hermano.
as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
Padre, ¿quieres que partas sin él? Ojalá pudiera
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
Claro que sí, hermano. Estaría contigo en el cielo y en el infierno. Te echaré de
If
menos,
it's any
hermano.
consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Coño, pero tú sí eres metida, cuñada. ¿Sabes que hay un guardia gris?
Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
Verga, ya lo
I heard
extinguieron.
that. Did he say why he's come?
A buscar reclutas, según él, va a ponerse pruebas a hacer Gilmore. A buscar
Oh,
reclutas.
if I were a Grey Warden, little brother, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
Ya se fijó en mí. De verdad que
Word
la
from
guerra
the
será
south
corta.
is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two. Then the Owl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Un buen escudo sería más útil. Podría haber entregado tu mensaje tú mismo, padre. Sí, coño.
And miss having both my children in one place before I leave? Not likely.
Ah, hijo de puta.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
Ah, que
A
niño tan
wench
inocente.
is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
Cuenta conmigo, tú necesitarás protección más que ella. Vamos a poner, porque
Oh,
loco se
good.
va, no quiero que
How
se
thrilling
preocupe.
to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Noche.
My lord! Help me! The castle is under attack!
Estoy perfectamente.
Her scream woke
Porque
me
todo
up.
me despertó.
There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howell's men. Why would they attack us?
¿Quién coño era Hope? Ha traicionado a padre. Ha traicionado a mi padre. Nos ha
You don't think Howell's men were
están
delayed?
afuera.
On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
No, estaba en mi cuarto. Puede que estuviera con R. Hope.
We must find him.
Hay que encontrar a nuestro padre ya de una. Vamos
I
aquí.
most certainly will
Vamos a
not.
que-
I am no Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
A la verga, pingue espada. Ay, mira, vamos a registrar cadáveres. Siempre hay que registrar los cadáveres. Ok, seguimos. Vámonos, Barquisimeto.
Very well.
Adiós. ¡Papá!
Can you hear the fighting? House men must be everywhere.
Entonces tenemos que
Don't be
atacarlo.
foolish. You would throw your life away? The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Vámonos, pues.
If House men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servants entering the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
No tendrás que decírmelo dos veces.
Then let us be swift.
¿Me lo repites otra vez, por favor? Ok, sigamos.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Corre, sálvate.
Here they come! They're right behind me!
Coño, son ciudadanos, o sea, no podemos
We must
dejar
not exhaust
ciudadanos.
our supplies.
Ciudadanos, no podemos obligar a pegar, no podemos obligar a pelear a los civiles. Ven acá. Por acá, ¿qué hay?
Shall be done.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside. Here, darling, take my key. That blade cannot fall into Howe's hands. It should sever his treacherous head.
Ok. Hay que llegar a la puerta. Ah, ya iba a decir, necesito una llave, que tú sé qué verga me dio mi... Uy, armadura.
It's begun.
Escudo, mira, ve el escudo familiar. Y la espada familiar. Esto no parece un arma familiar, o sea, él dijo una espada. Ah, creo que es aquí. Cofre de la familia. La espada familiar. Escudo del pináculo. No hay más nada que pueda lootear. Ok, vamos a ponernos esta cosa rapidito. Y ya, vámonos, podemos ir. Ok, seguimos por acá. Aquí sale esta verguita de... A la puta que me parió. Al mago siempre. Que me enseñó el juego. Al mago siempre.
Go, man the gates. Keep those bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Howe's men had gotten through.
Tranquilo, loco. No sabemos defender. Es que han entrado,
We are
mamá huevo.
alive. What of you? Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, your ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Howe's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. If I do that, you won't make it out before the gates fall. Please, go while you have the chance. When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Maker watch over you.
Maker, watch over us all.
Mi rey, no. Brother. Brother, te tienes que venir con nosotros.
It is begun.
Es su decisión. Si él se quiso quedar, es su decisión, hay que respetarla. Coño, mi hermanito, mi panita de toda la vida. Ahí quedó. No sé para qué necesitaré la poción de mana, pero bueno. Vámonos. Coño, no hay que eliminar los ads. Hay que eliminar primero los ads. Listo. Ahora aquí, ven acá tú. Me mató. Navi, registra el cuerpo. Ay, pingué glitch. ¡Padre! Papá. Ah, no, ya, ahora sí. ¡Padre!
There, you both are. I was
Bryce.
wondering.
Marisco, te
when
hicieron
you would get
mierda.
there.
Ya va, pura, te hicieron
Maker's
mierda.
blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
No, marisca, o sea, mamá, te
me
pasas de
first.
pendeja.
Almost did me in right there.
¿Por qué estás haciendo esto, Howe?
He can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Ya va a tirar el ranazo. Me quedaré para
Once
defender a mi
Hal's
padre.
men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
Tú se lo dirás, papá, vámonos.
Wish I could go.
Bryce, no. The servants' passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
Papa.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. Howe's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My younger son helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
¿Vas a ayudarnos, Duncan?
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world.
Ay, Dios mío.
I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
No hablen como si yo no estuviera aquí. ¿Estás
You
hablando de
fought
mí?
your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Howe.
Ahora sí, ¿no?
I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
Acepto la oferta.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Howe's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Ay, también se va a quedar mi mamá.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
No dejaré que
My
te
place is with your
sacrifique.
father. At his side to death and beyond.
Oh.
I'm so sorry it's come to this.
A la
my love.
verga, cómo se está
We had a
muriendo.
good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Adiós, pure. Se me murieron los viejos. Qué bolas, pana.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Sí, majestad, me llamo. Es un rey, así que tengo que...
Your brother has already arrived with High Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
No va a venir.
Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Gracias.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
No estoy muy ansioso de darle la
Of
noticia.
that, I have no doubt. You will see him again once the battle is over, I am certain. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Mientras que ese mamagüevo se
I'm
muerta
sorry to
y-
cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Parecéis muy confiados.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Ese signo, Wakanda por siempre. Wakanda forever!
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
A pesar de lo cual no parece demasiado tranquilo. No parece tomarse muy en serio lo de los gente tenebrosa. Puede que esto no sea una verdadera ruina al fin.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
¿Crees que hay peligro?
Absolutely. We sent a call to the Grey Wardens of Hola, and hope they will reach us before the archdemon does. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Terran Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
¿Qué necesitas que hagas?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits.
Okay, nueva misión.
Your hound
Buscar
can
ese
stay with
guarda
me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Ok, guardados. Y es hora de buscar al guarda gris. A parar la ciudad. Wow. En el próximo video vamos a intentar ser guardas grises. Así que bueno, denle like, suscríbanse y compartan. Nos vemos. Adiós.